to make this cookie with you. And right now we're just gonna get right into it. And what we're making is called, I've never made it before, an iced oatmeal cookie. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so to get started, we're going to put in this bowl here 3 things, and that is 3/4 cup of shortening. I'm gonna use butter instead. 1 cup of packed brown sugar and 1/2 cup of sugar, and then we're gonna cream it together. I already have it all measured out here for easy sharing, so I'm gonna put that into here. We'll cream it together and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so it is all beat together. You can see that there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to beat in the water and vanilla. And then once that is done, so we're going to need 1/4 cup of water and a teaspoon of vanilla. So let's just do that first. I'll put that in here and we'll beat it again and then we'll move on. All right, so you can see it is a lot fluffier. Now what we're going to do is in a separate bowl, I'm going to add together the dry ingredients, which is 1 cup of all-purpose flour. So 1 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. It calls for nutmeg too. I don't have that, so we're not going to use it. We'll go from there. All right, so it is all combined here. Now I'm going to add it gradually into the wet bowl. And then what we're going to do is once this is incorporated into this one and it's a smooth mixture, we're going to fold in, I think that's what it says here. Yes, fold in oats, and we're gonna need 2 cups of quick cooking or old-fashioned oats. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I folded the oats in and incorporated it all together. This is what it looks like, and it's pretty well ready for baking. So let's go ahead and get out our sheet, our baking sheet, and we will start putting them on the sheet. All right, so I have my cooking sheet out here. I've got parchment paper on it. Now it says to use a medium cookie scoop. I don't have a cookie scoop. I should probably invest into one though. I mean, I can probably grab one uptown at the dollar store, but a large spoon from the kitchen will work just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and start scooping them out and just dropping them onto the sheet as it says here. So excuse me. So it says drop onto greased baking sheets using a medium cookie scoop. I just use parchment paper instead, so that's literally what we're going to do. We're just going to do like a medium-sized thing, and just like that. Oh, you can't see. Just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The oven is preheated to 350, and then we will put them in to bake. All right, so there they are. I'm gonna put them in the oven on 350 for 10 to 12 minutes or until golden brown. And then we will let them rest for 2 minutes before we remove them from the sheet and put them on a cooling rack. So let's go ahead and put them in the oven. There we go, they're in the oven. I'm gonna set my kitchen timer for 10 minutes. Start. I always set my timer for the lowest time that it calls for, so I don't overcook them. If they need longer, then I'll keep them in longer, but that's just my little trick. I'm sure you already know that though. So let's see what they look like when they come out. Okay, now while those are baking, They look so good. They're already looking so good. But what I'm gonna do with these, and this is just extra, not in the recipe, but I actually just went uptown and before this, and I got some of these chewy Werther's caramels. What I'm gonna try and do with this batch is put a caramel in the center. So this is what it looks like. Just like that, and give it a little nudge. And how perfect is this? There was 11 caramels in the bag, and there's 11 cookies on this sheet. So I'm gonna try it and see how they go. I guess that's all you can do. So these ones will be iced caramel oatmeal cookies. The other one's just the original recipe, but I will show you what both look like once they come out of the oven. And I'm excited to see how these ones turn out because they would be so good. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to show you that. So these ones are just about done. There's 4 minutes left, and then I will put these ones in and we will see what they both look like. Okay, so they are done. They were done at 10 minutes. I'll show you what they look like. I'm gonna let them sit right here for a second. Put these ones in. Set the timer for those. And these are the caramels that I used. I forgot to show you that. So I put those on this second batch. I'm gonna turn you around and show you what these cookies look like. They look super good. They're really big and they look yummy. So we're gonna let them sit for 2 minutes and then I'll transfer them onto the cooling rack, and then we'll do the same with the next batch. And then there is a glaze that we have to make for the iced part of them. So we'll do that next, and then we will put them on the top of these cookies. But anyways, let's see what these look like. So this is what they look like here. They were really bubbling in the oven. This is what they look like. I'm gonna let them sit for a couple minutes, and then we will put them on the cooling rack. Okay, so here are the cookies. They're on the cooling rack. They look absolutely amazing. They're very chewy, I can already tell. And I'm gonna show you what these ones look like because they look so good. See, the caramels are all melted now. So once they're on the cooling rack and cooled, I'll show you what they all look like. All right, now in the meantime, while these are cooling, I'm going to make the iced topping part. So what we're gonna do is we're going to put in 2 cups of powdered sugar and 4 tea of milk. I'm assuming that's teaspoons, so I'll start with that. If we need more, I'll put more. But we're basically just gonna make like a icing. And then when they're completely cooled, we're going to dip them into the icing so the top is all frosted and looks like that. So let's go ahead and make the icing. Okay, so that was easy. I used about 6 teaspoons of milk, but there is the icing for the top. I'm just gonna let them cool completely and then we will dunk them in. All right, so here are the caramel ones. This one, like, because they spread out so far, I kind of had to cut them apart. This one's a little deformed, but that's okay. I'm probably gonna eat it. Here are the other ones. They're cooled all the way. I'm just gonna let these ones cool and then we will start dipping them. Okay, so I wasn't brave enough to dip them in because this icing is thicker, and I thought because they're I made them so big and they're very chewy, I didn't want to dip it and then like try and grab it out and now it's stuck in the icing, and like I just thought it would be easier to do it this way. So this way worked perfect. What I did is I just put them back on some parchment paper and just spooned a little bit of icing on it and spread them out. They look super good. Let me show you. Looks so good. And they were super easy to make. This was all about maybe a half an hour recipe, but I was also filming, so The recipe says it's like 24 minutes. So they look good. I'm going to do the same thing with the caramel ones once they cool. And I'm going to put it in a package of the whole bunch of different cookies that I'm making. So anyways, the recipe was easy to follow, very, very simple, not too many ingredients, probably stuff that you already have at home. So give them a try for yourself. Let me know how you like them down below in the comments. I will attach the recipe if I can find it again, because I found it on Pinterest. If not, just pause my video as you go through and make them for yourself. And give this video a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video of mine. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much for following along and watching my videos, and I really hope that you find them valuable and that you can see yourself doing this as well. So anyways, have the most amazing day, my friends. Love and appreciate you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.